Why do heavier objects fall faster? I can explain it to you. No matter whether the object is heavy or light, all objects travel at the same speed, accelerate towards the Earth. That's 9.8 meters per second squared. Does this mean that all objects fall at the same speed? Yes, of course. However, that's what happens in a vacuum. A scientist named Robert Boyle, he threw a coin and a feather in a big jar, then remove all the air from the glass bottle. There's a vacuum inside the glass. Then turn the bottle upside down. He observed two objects reach the bottom of the bottle at the same time, but that would never happen on Earth, because on Earth, the speed at which an object falls depends on their surface area and air resistance. Compared to coins, feathers have a larger surface area. Therefore, compared to coins, the feathers are subjected to greater air resistance. So that's it. Feathers fall much slower than coins. Now you understand. If a giant sun patch hit the Earth, what happens? It doesn't matter. I'll take out my shield to protect the Earth. Sunspots is the solar surface electricity, sudden and massive bursts of magnetic radiation. A massive solar patch in 1859. The impact on the Earth is minimal, but today it can cause massive damage, mainly because of our over-reliance on technology. The surface of the Earth will be safe, but our atmosphere will withstand the full impact of radiation. These radiations are radio waves, X-ray archery and gamma rays. First of all, the power grid will be severely disrupted. It can even cause power outages in cities and even countries. Secondly, we have good old radio communication will be completely paralyzed. And third and most important, GPS and satellite communications will be severely disrupted. This will pose major problems for transportation and communication. And finally, there's a lot of auroras. Our atmosphere, it would look like a magnificent painting. Now you understand. See you next time. Why do some people develop lactose intolerance? Because they didn't roll more lollipops. That's not true. Lactose intolerance basically refers to the body cannot digest a sugar called lactose. They are mainly found in dairy products. Usually, our small intestine produces something called lactose, enzyme of enzyme lactase. Lactose can be broken down into galactose that can be absorbed by the body and glucose, so they can be absorbed into the bloodstream. However, people with lactose intolerance, their bodies produce little or no lactase. Therefore, undigested lactose enters the large intestine, where millions of bacteria break it down. This results in the production of excess water and gas, which leads to bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea. There are two types of isolactose intolerance. The first is primary lactose intolerance. In this case, individuals fully produce lactase during childhood, and with age, production will gradually decrease. The second is secondary lactose intolerance. This is due to certain diseases, or when there is damage to entering, which caused him to temporarily reduce lactase production. Can animals get sunburned too? Yes, animals can also be exposed to ultraviolet rays from sunlight, radiation sunburn. However, to protect yourself from harmful radiation, animals have their own biodefense systems. For example, reptiles have scales, birds have feathers, animals such as sheep, dogs and cats have fur or hair. The giant whale also has a special protein miracle, contains a lot of melanin, and so on. Do you have Captain America's shield? Alright, you have to listen carefully. Some animals can even produce certain substances to protect against harmful radiation. Protect yourself, such as rivers. Horses secrete a mixture of red and orange liquid made of mixed colors. Some fish, amphibian, reptiles and birds produces a compound called getazo. In addition to that, hippopotamus, elephants and pigs can take mud baths. It is said that mud is equivalent to animal skin, a physical barrier to ultraviolet radiation. This prevents them from getting sunburned. This time you know. People and animals can get sunburned.